Personally, that's what I have been missing in getting started. Thanks for doing the scenes with Mythic 2. I think I am much closer to starting, but the blank paper is intimidating. In many ways, starting a solo RPG adventure is much like starting a drawing or creating art. You may feel overwhelmed or do not want to begin because you feel like you will create a mistake that will ruin your story or artwork, or you merely do not know how to begin. Hello everyone, this is Moses from Wilona's Cave, and in this video I'm going to go through my list of how I go about beginning an adventure with solo RPG, hopefully turning a blank page into a work of art. In this video I will be creating the first scene for my upcoming Avatar Legends solo RPG campaign. I put together a step-by-step process. By the way, the outline step-by-step process will be in the description. The first step is as follows. When I want to play a solo campaign, it is exactly that. I simply want to experience an adventure. The first step is thinking what type of adventure I want to have. As for this campaign in particular, I want to play as a teenage waterbender. It is best to keep this step simple. More will be fleshed out in later steps. The second step is I try to find or either have knowledge of a system that would fit this idea and the setting of an adventure I want to experience. I have used Savage Worlds to play Avatar The Last Airbender with an older campaign on this channel, but since Avatar Legends came out, I will be using the Avatar Legends system from now on. The third step is I look for inspiration by looking at images in Google search, creating pencil drawings, and any other form of inspiration. Even listening to music can help me find inspiration. The fourth step is the one I spend the most time with and utilize many supplements. This is where most of my journaling and note-taking are spent creating a backstory for the playable and non-playable characters. I have a video showing one of my journals. If you are interested, I will link up that video right now. This step will be in two parts. The first will be what key points I write in my journal, and the second part will be which supplements I use to help create a backstory. For the first part, which is my note-taking of ideas, I focus on one main aspect, and that main aspect is conflict. There are many types of conflicts. I read and think about each one and decide which one fits the beginning scenario I want to have and makes sense going forward with an adventure. The list of conflicts I go through to choose is man versus the following: self, man, society, nature, machine, and fate or supernatural. Now, as for the conflict of the young waterbender, it is a preference of what I want my playable characters to overcome. I either use supplements to create a conflict, or I select one from the conflicts mentioned before on the list and I think of a specific conflict. Supplements that I have used are Mythic action and subject tables, maze rats, iron sworn tables, and much more. I also play a card game to create a backstory for characters. The name of the card game is Call to Adventure. I have a video on this channel about this game where I state the backstory of one of my characters, Elros. I will link up the video right now if you would like to watch that later. Some other ways I have created ideas and backstories are by watching movies or movie clips, reading books, and even thinking about some of my dreams that I've had, if I remember them. The specific conflict that I would like to play is man versus society. I rolled on Mythic action subject tables. The D100 for action rolled on a 37, which is struggle. Then I rolled a D100 for the subject and it rolled on a 23, which is balance. Struggle and balance is very fitting. With the conflict of man versus society and the action subject being a struggle balance, this young waterbender connects with nature, connecting with the flora and fauna, more than with other people. People make fun of this young teenager for being different. This reminds me a lot of the character on the show and in the books named Toph, a young, blind, preteen, self-proclaimed world's most powerful earthbender and the founder of metal bending. The fifth step is giving the playable character a name. I always leave this for later due to always choosing names that have meaning, so I can see if it fits the backstory I have already created for the character. I typically search on Google and research unique baby names. Then I go through them and see if it is easy for me to pronounce and also if their name meaning fits their backstory. There are also many supplements that I can use to help come up with names as well. The sixth step is thinking about what the first scene should look like. This takes some time for me to do. I try to create visually captivating opening scenes. I either create battle maps with Incarnate, draw with a pencil, or utilize AI programs to generate images to utilize in my campaigns. Depending on the character's backstory or what type of adventure I want to begin dictates the ideas I have in my opening scene. So for my young waterbender, I wanted it to be a young person sitting near a lake in the shade of a tree on a beautiful day with clouds in the sky, sunny, and with ducks around. By now, a lot of information for the player has been generated. All it is now going forward is rolling the dice and uncovering the amazing adventure I will be going on, one dice roll at a time. Hopefully by using these steps you will transform your blank page into a work of art. Happy gaming, everyone. Bye.